Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, where in which I talk about K-pop groups, their members, discographies, choreographies, outfits, survival shows, concepts, generally things to do with K-pop, to eventually answer the question, what is K-pop? Now, today's episode is actually quite special because today's episode is kind of what we've all been, well, what I've certainly been preparing for. Island 2. And basically, it's the second series of a show that created ENHYPEN, which is one of my bias groups, if you could call it a bias group, if like we're going to say if I have biases, but it's just I just wanted to do stuff about survival shows, and I didn't know when to do it, so I kind of thought to myself like, oh, maybe I should just do it now. And then I was like, oh, you know what, like I can do it before the start of Island 2. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And the show premieres today when this episode's going up on the 18th of. I'm recording this on the 17th, so it's only a day away, and honestly, like I have to say that I'm kind of excited. Maybe, potentially. It doesn't say where it's gonna be shown, so I don't know if it will potentially be on Viki, which was what the first season was on. So I might not actually be able to listen or watch it. But to be fair, like I can't do that. I can't focus enough to be able to watch a TV show for longer than about 5 minutes these days. So we're just gonna kind of see as it goes on like Wikipedia pages or the wiki pages. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I actually have a funny story. Shocker, funny story from Sophie, because things always happen in Sophie's life. It does. It's really quite funny, actually, because I've never mentioned this, but I'm on AO3, or at least I was on AO3, Archive of Our Own, or Their Own, Our Own, I think. I should really know this, but I don't. And about 7 hours ago from when I'm recording this, so 1 minute to 3 in the morning. Hello, my left-toed nail, which is my username. The AO3 Abuse Policy and Abuse Committee has received a complaint that one of your works is not a fan work. K-pop request located at web page. This is a violation of section blah 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 of our terms of service. AO3 is an archive for the preservation of fan fiction and other transformative fan works. Non-fan works may not be uploaded to the archive. Examples of non-fan work include social media, fixed searches, ads, prompts, or requests. Lists of other works, personal messages, empty works, and any other non-transformative content. Prompts, ideas for fan works, and requests for inspiration are not fan works and should not be posted as works. Instead, please use our prompt challenge feature to post or solicit prompts. For more information about prompt challenges, please refer to our FAQ thingy. And, well, to be fair, I do just have to say this. Who reads the terms of service on a site that they're about to use? I'm sorry, who does that? I have to be honest, who does that? And like, who would even think to search up, can I do like prompts or requests? I know I don't, clearly. And, this isn't actually the first time that I've done this. And I'm completely fine with revealing this because, honestly, no one probably is going to really care. or potentially not many people will listen to this episode. And quite honestly, I am totally fine with like my person, like my life before or like during, like my life in this capacity to be revealed, to be honest, because to be fair, I find this funny. Pardon me. So, on the 26th of January of last year, I was formally warned for violating the same terms of service. And on the 30th, I was temporarily suspended from the same offence with my old username. And then on the 3rd of February, I was again temporarily suspended for the same offence under a completely different username because I got a new account. And then this is because it's a 4th violation. I've been suspended for 90 days and I can't post, edit, or delete content on the archive. So what I've done is I've completely ripped everything that I have done on the archive of our own, and I don't plan on returning because of the first initial one was because I hadn't put down the correct tags that of my story, and they like someone reported it, and I was like taking requests, but the problem is that there are so many requested stories, request-worthy stories, ones that have done significantly better than mine, but because I'm not afraid of like basically cowering to the people who are potentially going to report me's wishes, they've reported me and basically do have the power to stop me. And like, I'll admit, it's a bit like I just do it. Like I break the rules just for funsies now, and kind of want to stick it to the man. But when stuff like this happens, and obviously then it gets reported to these people and they can actually do stuff, then I kind of have to sit back and kind of think to myself, is this actually worth it? You know, is this something that I want to carry on with and I want to carry on doing? And no, it's not. It's not something that I want to have to continue to deal with, because it is really disheartening to constantly have to battle with people and battle your own kind of try and like have your work out there and ask people what would they like to see, because at the end of the day, if you are uploading something and people don't want to see it, then they're not gonna read it, right? And I just wanted people's ideas, and I think the main kind of thing that AO3 is saying that I've done is obviously getting prompts, but I also think it's because of the tags. And by like the 2023 one, the first initial one, I got like in the weeks, about a week leading up to it, because I got a barrage of hate very, very suddenly of people saying that this is like not in the terms of service, this is not okay, you shouldn't be doing this, we're going to report you, and basically like coming at me like really, really quickly, and I got really scared. And so I kind of clapped back at them and said like, oh, you're making an autistic girl cry on her dad's birthday. Do you really think that this is an appropriate thing to do? And people then kind of came at me saying like, oh, you shouldn't be using the fact that you're autistic against people. And what I was trying to say is that you don't know what the person who you're sending hate and these messages to is going through. And if you like tell me nicely, explain it to me like calmly, and are like, hey, like, I don't agree with anything that you're going through right now. I want to explain it to you calmly, like, this is like the terms of service. This is like an excerpt of the terms of service, or like direct me to the exact page. This isn't like something that is correct of what you should be doing. Like, these are the tags that we can't see are actually being featured on your page. Like, this is what you're doing wrong. And like saying it kindly will get me to listen more than just saying like, oh my god, you're such a horrible person, like you shouldn't be doing this. And like, when like over the past year and a half since then, there have been a few little instances of people saying like, oh, you're not doing this correctly, like you shouldn't be doing this. And like, I've not taken them as seriously as like the initial like extreme burst of hate that I got. Because there's also like, this hate started also a little bit during Christmas time. So I was like, this is horrible. Like, this is horrific. And it like, I tried to cheat the system, I guess, because I didn't know. Because again, who reads the terms of service that you can't just go in and make another account? And so they banned me. They initially banned me for 30 days, then it was 60, and now it's 90, but I've deleted that account because I'm like, screw this. Screw this. So I'm now going on to Tumblr, because if I'm going to commit to the cringe, if I'm going to really be a fanfiction person, I'm gonna really commit to it and become a Tumblr girly. Yeah, so that was my morning. And yeah, so I thought that I'll just tell you that story. I don't know how I was trying to say that sentence. I got lost in what I was trying to say. So there's 24 contestants on Island 2, and the cast is as follows. So the storyteller is Song Kang, obviously filmed before his military service, and the main producer is Taeyang. The music directors is VVN and 24, and the performance directors are Monica and Lee Jung. And the contestants are as follows: Bang Ji-min, who is Korean and is 18 and a former contestant of Are You Next? Choi Jung-gyun, who is also Korean, 16 and a former contestant of Cat Teen, youngest sister of former 5 class member and My Teenage Girl contestant Choi Yoon-jung. Choi Sol, who is also Korean and is 15. Fuko is Japanese, 19, oldest contestant. Oh my god, I'm older than all of these girls. Former Girls Planet 999 contestant. Jung Se-bi, 16 and Korean. Kang Ji-won, Korean, 18. Kim Chae-yun, Korean, 17, and it was a famous YouTube vlogger, but is now deleted her channel, I assume. Kim Eun-chae is Korean and 16. Kim Gyuri, Korean and 15. She is a child actress. Kim Min-sol, she's Korean, 16, and a former My Teenage Girl contestant. Kim Soo-jung, Korean, 17, and former Street Dance Girl Fighters 2 contestant. Coco, Japanese, and is 17. Ling Ling is Malaysian and 18. Nam Yu-ju is Korean Japanese, 16 years old, and a former pre-debut member of Evermore Muse, and a former Captain and Stars Awakening contestant. Oh my gosh, she's done quite a lot then. Nana is Japanese, 18, and is a former contestant of the Produce 101 Japanese The Girls show. Mai is Japanese and is 19. Yuna is in Korean and 15. Park Yeon, Ryu Sarang, and Son Ji-won is Korean and all 17. Ji-won is Korean and 14. She's the youngest contestant. Ji-yoon is Korean and is 18. Yui is Japanese and is 16. And Yuiko is Japanese and is 15. So, yeah, that is pretty much the contestants. Yeah. So sorry. So the background of the show is that on the 27th of September 2021, the first teaser video was revealed and they began recruiting contestants. However, I don't think any of those contestants that were recruited are probably going to be on the show because it was... You're okay, Jelly. Sorry about that. It was 2 years ago and... It's okay, Jelly, you're okay, you can go back outside, my love. I know certainly the things that I was kind of focused on 2 years ago, as you know, aren't things that I'm thinking about now, necessarily. Because, I'm trying to think actually, I was trying to get back into college at that time. I was trying to get back into like full-time going out into the college, going to college and that sort of stuff. And my sister had just moved to uni at that point. And yeah, I'd gotten into K-pop a few months previously, and I was trying to figure out kind of different groups and kind of my place in the K-pop world. And now my sister's about to graduate. I'm in college online. My place in K-pop is still undecided, but I'm just here for the ride. I'm just kind of doing my own thing, and I have 2 cats now. We also had the rabbits. We still had Fudge at that time. He passed away a year later, and then a couple of months after that, we got the cats. We got Jelly, because it was for my dad's birthday. And then my dad saw a picture of Petal on Facebook from one of my mum's work friends, and we were all like, we need to adopt her. And so my mum actually like frantically messaged this one of her with the friend and was like, "Hi, is this cat still available? Can we adopt her?" And my mum's friend was like, "Yeah, sure. Like it's my daughter is organising it. We'll talk. I'll talk to her briefly about it." And the daughter said, "Yeah, sure." And so it was only like, I think like 48 hours. So we saw the picture on the Sunday morning, and by the Tuesday night we brought her home. Jelly was not happy with us whatsoever. Literally, I don't think I have ever seen a cat more scared in my entire life. Like, I will eventually do a visual podcast so you can actually see Jelly, but like he was so scared of this little kitten. It was sad, obviously, because he wouldn't have grown up with any other cats thus far, but like it was so funny seeing his reaction to this like little kitten. And so it was very hard to have them kind of living. Like it was so hard those first few weeks, because all they kept on doing was fighting with each other. And the problem is that obviously Jelly is like a not full grown, but like he's a tabby cat, so they're quite big. And a tortoiseshell cat, I think they were like normal size for cats of that age. And like they were a year apart in age too. So this big ass cat was trying to fight this small cat, and we were all thinking to ourselves like, oh my god, if we leave them alone, like even for like a few minutes, we might not have cats anymore. And so like I remember this one time when I was with them. I was with them both, and it was just like I thought it was just me and Petal, because Petal was on a blanket on the couch that's like nearest to me, because obviously I'm sitting on one person sofa. She was on a two-person sofa, and I didn't know this, but Jelly had creeped in and had put himself on his blanket. He loves this blanket. And so I was like searching the house. I was like, Jelly, Jelly. And all I was thinking to myself is like, holy crap, we've lost Jelly. Because at that time he kept on going in and out, because he probably thought that we were going to abandon him, which we weren't, obviously. Pat was just a nice addition to our house. And so I think to myself, oh no, I've just lost Jelly. And then I think to myself, Sophie, where would Jelly go to relax? And so I looked on the blanket that's just in our window, and I was like, oh my god, he's in there. And like Petal and Jelly had been like shut into the living room by themselves for like a good few minutes whilst I was like searching the house, and they didn't even touch each other. Maybe because I don't even think Jelly even thought Petal was in there, because she was quite small, so he wouldn't have been able to see her. But like, it was so shocking to come down and like everything be okay. Like I genuinely did not know what I was going to come down to fight. But yeah. So I guess because this episode is kind of short, I can talk about another TV show. Oh, sure, I can. I can do whatever I want. This is my podcast. I can do whatever I want within reason, obviously. But like, so I guess My Teenage Girl, also known as Teenage Girls, was a 2021 girl group survival show by NBC. Ran between the 28th of November 2021 and the 27th of February 2022. It was the first in the two-part series, I guess, because I don't think they'll make another series. It's My Teenage Girl and then Fantasy Boys. And the group that came out of this, I think, is Classy, I think. Okay, so the MC is Yoon Kyung-san. The legendary artist was Ok Joo-hyun, Yuri, Aki, and Soyeon. Vocal teachers was Yoonji, Lisa. The dance teachers was Ryu, Jae-jun. The rap teachers were Han-hae and Minos. Wait, why? Oh, Lisa is in... Oh, I was very confused. Lisa or Jung Hee-sun. I was like, am I tripping? Because, you never know. But like, no, I was not tripping. It was the completely different person. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I was just looking at Han-hae's profile. He's in 1990. That's how I would explain it. Oh, wow. And Minos. Bit older. Okay. Special guest was Eun Young and Lee Yun-chi. So I'm just going to run through the contestants, say their name, class year, and age, and I guess mention a note if there is anything to do with it. We have Kang Min-ji. She was in class year 4 and she was 19 and then turned 20 during the show. Kang Eun-woo is class year 4 and is 19. I'm saying like age as in is, but like obviously there's been some time since the show, so they are a few years older than that now. Ko Eun-chae was in class 1 and is 13. Go Tae-hui is in class 4 and is 18 and was an actress. Koo Hyun-kyung, class 3, 17. Kwon Hwan, class number 2, is 14. Kim Da-hyun, class number 3 and is 17. Kim Da-som, class number 4 and 18. Kim Lena is in class number 3 and was 15, turning 16. Kim Ri-won is class number 2 and is 14. She was also a child actress. Kim Min-so, number 3 and is 16. If I can scroll down, that would be fantastic. Kim Min-sol is number 3, 13, and a former Jellyfish Entertainment and Clever E&M trainee. Kim Min-ju, class number 3, is also 13. Kim Min-ji, class number 3, 15 to 16 years old. Kim Seo-jin, class number 2, is 15. Kim Seon-yu, class number 1, 13, and former captain contestant. Kim Soo-bin, number 1, is 12. Kim So-yeon is class number 4, 17, as former age entertainment trainee. Kim Soo-jin, class number 2, is 14. Kim Soo-hee is class number 3 and 16. Kim Lee-so, class number 2 is 14. Kim Yoo-min, class number 1 is 13. Am I being pranked here? There are so many Kims. Like, so many. I know there's like a lot of Kims in South Korea, but like, this seems a little bit crazy. I've completely forgotten where I was at. Kim Yoo-yeon, class number 4, is 20. Kim Yoon-so is class number 3, 17, former SM, YG, and FNC entertainment trainee. Kim In-hee is class number 4, turning 18 during the show. Kim Jung-yeon is class number 1, 13. Kim Ji-young, class number 3, 17, former member of SG Girls and Alpha Rain. Kim Harry, class number 4, 23, and is the oldest contestant. Kim Hyun-hee is class number 3, 16, and former YG entertainment trainee. Myung Hyun-so is class number 4, 20, and is a former member of Busters. Myanmi is turning 15, class number 2. Park Bo-yeon is class number 1 and is 13. Park Yura, class number 2 and is 15. Park Jin-hyun, class number 2 and is 14. Park Han-yum, class number 1 is 12. Former member of Youngest. Park Hyo-lim, class number 3, 15. Park Hyo-won, class number 2 and is 14. Bang Sung-hee, class number 4, turned 19, member of Girlkind. Bom Hyunmi Sarah, class number 1 is 12. Sung Min-chae, class number 1. Sung Yarim, class number 4 is 20, former Dancing High contestant. Shin Ha-sul is class number 3, is 16. Oh Yoo-jin, class number 1 is 12, training under Pocket Doll and Studio, and former National Trot contestant. Oh Ji-yeon, class number 3 is 15, is a former YG trainee. Oh Jin-kyung, class number 12 and is 15. Won Ji-min, class number 2, turned 14. Wei Yi, class number 4, is 21. Ryu Jae-hyun is class number 3, turned 17. Yoon Seung-ju, class number 1, turned 11. Turned 11? Jesus. Yoon Chae-won, class number 4, is 18. Lee Min-hee, class number 4, 21, member of Boto Pass. Lee Seo-yoon, class number 2, 15. Lee Soo-min, class number 2, 15. Lee Soo-bin, class number 4, turned 18. Lee Seung-gyun, class number 4, 14. Lee Seul, Seol, class number 1, turned 13. Lee Yun-chae, class number 2, turns 15. Lee Yu-min, class number 4, 18. Lee Jae-hee, class number 3, 16. Lee Ji-woo, class number 3, turns 16. Former SM, YG, and JYP trainees. Jeez, really didn't know what entertainment competition wanted to be a part of. Fair enough. Lee Jae-won, class number 2, turned 15. Lee Pyo-rin, I love that name, that's so unique. Class number 3, turned 16, professional cheerleader, former member of cheerleading team Twinkle, former SM Entertainment and Kakao M trainee. Lee Tae-rim, class number 3, 16. Lee Hae-dam, class number 2, 14. Lee Ha-young, class number 4, 18. Shuang Yi-han, class number 4, turned 21. Jung Yu-eun, class number 4, 18, is actress. Jung Si-won, class number 1, 12, and a former captain contestant. Jung Yu-ju, class number 1, 13. Choi Siu, class number 2, 14. Jo Young-jong, class number 4, 20. Cho Yeju, class number 3, 16. Cho Eun, class number 2, 15. Yu Yorin, class number 2, 14. Choi Da-sol, class number 1, 13, member of Little Cheer Girl. Choi Sarang, number 2, and was 14, turning 14. Cho Soo-min, class number 4, turned 18. Choi Soo-bin, class number 1, 13. Choi Young-jun, class number 3, 16, former YG Entertainment and J Planet Entertainment trainee. Choi Eun-ju, class number 3, 15, former team trainee. Taeki Karina, class number 2, 14. Hong Yeju, class number 4, 17, turned 18 during the show. And Fumamoto Hina, class number 2, and was 15. So, oh yes, they did debut as Class C, yeah. So 2 of the members obviously returned to their groups and both disbanded, with Bang Sung-hee's Girl Kind disbanding on the 13th of August 2022 and Lee Min-hee's Botto Pass disbanded on the 25th of August 2022. Yoo-yeon and Ji-woo, they were introduced as members of Triple S. Eun-jun debuted as a member of Mimi Rose. Hae-dam and Yura were introduced as pre-debut trainee group as members of pre-debut trainee group Sweet Villain. Of those members left then? I've already forgotten who I said. Hae-dam and Yura. Oh, so they're still like official trainee members. Yeah, my only problem with like the smaller companies is that you never fully know what happened to them if they've gone off like the face of the freaking earth for like years on end. I'm like, I'm gonna guess you didn't debut. I don't know. Suhee debuted as a member of Limelight. Limelight was a 3-member group, but now they're going to have additional members. It is thought to be members of 2 members, I think, of Kepler that are going to be added to the group for the next comeback. Choi Sui and Choi Sarang will be debuting as members of Candy Shop. I think they've already debuted, or they've just debuted. Brave Entertainment. Oh yes, they have. Yeah, I remember when they were announced and I was like, this is a really dumb name. And honestly, I stand by my statements on like, I feel like there are a lot of groups. Oh my god, the oldest members are younger than me. Anyway, I feel like I've completely forgotten what I was about to say. I feel like a lot of these groups' names, they kind of have to grow on you a bit, and then you kind of understand as to why they've been named that. And like, no hate, no shade to these girls. Obviously, they're very talented, more talented than I could ever be. But like, God, the names sometimes I'm a little bit like, why did you choose that one? Out of anything you could have chosen, why that? But I feel like that could be said by any group's name, to be fair. Like, I'm just a sour bitch. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just sour. Yeah. So Mean and Me will debut as a member of Recents, who have already debuted. Yes. Aren't they the group that's like popping off right now? Maybe. Oh yes. No, I don't think they're like popular. I think it's just that someone talked about it, so now it's on my mind. Okay. Kim Hyun-hee will debut as a member of V-up. First half of the year. Have they debuted? Oh yes, they have. What? Oh god. I'm not gonna say that. They made their debut on the 1st of April. God, they have. Of course. Couldn't have expected anything different than a blooming April Fool's Day debut. Sometimes I feel like I'm going insane seeing these things. I'm like, you are almost asking for me for that to like make me go a little bit delulu. Oh, so one of the some of the contestants have joined news agencies. Young Che joined JX Nem Entertainment. Oh, then she left 2022. Tae Hui joined Kiana Entertainment. Suhee joined 143 Entertainment. Ji Woo and Yu Young obviously must have debuted, joined Mod House. Yeonju joined Yes I'm Entertainment. Bohemi Sarah joined Source Music. Oh. And Ryu Jae-hyun left Esteem and joined SM. And Hyun-hee joined Ego Entertainment. So obviously that's the company behind V-up Entertainment. And Yoo Jung participated in Africa TV Survivor show You to You Up to You. Oh, that makes sense. Up to You. But she ranked 16th place, meaning that she was eliminated. Let's have a look at that. I'm not going to talk about it, but yeah. Oh, I didn't hear. No, go away, ad. What? There was a total of 98 contestants. Oh, the flashbacks. The flashbacks are saying 101 contestants. Yeah. I joke. God. It was really, really hard for me to like get out all of the names because, again, like they tend to have kind of tongue twister names sometimes as well. And I'm like, I really, really want to be supportive and say all of this, but oh my god, I'm going to butcher this name. There was another series. Oh my. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so they all... Ah, that's kind of weird. So it's a 5-member project group with the lineups not being permanently separate after release of one digital single after every series. Isn't that a bit mean though? Isn't that kind of manipulative? That like you spend all that time on a TV show when you could have been working to then end up not actually doing much. I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed me talking about My Teenage Girl and Island 2 and my personal gripes with AO3. Yeah, so I hope that you liked this. I don't really know what else to say, tomorrow will be the Astro episode, and yeah, and then it's pretty much the other stuff that I tend to do on here. I don't know what I tend to say on here anymore. This is really bad. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. I do hope you have a nice rest of your day, and I will be here again tomorrow. Bye.